License to lunch, is it really worth it? Every day, thousands of students leave campus during lunch, crossing busy streets, driving without thinking, hurrying back and forth, purchasing pricey food that lacks proper nutrition. Having an open lunch for the CHS students is not a good idea. Although it may seem like it gives them more freedom or benefits, the student safety, health, and even finances are all affected from an open lunch. Students stuck at school does not stop their freedom. Students should remain, and I'm going to tell you why today. First off, safety. According to Amy Strickland's 2024 article, What Percentage of Car Crashes Are Caused by Human Interaction, published by McWilliams Shinbaum, LLP, 94% of crashes come from human error. This could be distracted driving, speeding, or poor decision making. In my opinion, all three of these things would be happening if we allow students to leave campus during lunch. If they don't leave at all, this stops 100% of all of the crashes that may occur from an open lunch, which is literally all of them. So having an open lunch also puts other citizens of Centralia that may be out for lunch during work or just out and about at a higher risk of car crashes, since there would probably be around 200-ish students, I would say, leaving, even if that doesn't mean necessarily going to get fast food, but going home. It's just a lot of traffic, crazy happening. And there's also a limited amount of time. We have a 23 to 25 minute time to have lunch. That puts a lot of pressure and rush on the students to quickly grab their food and head back, which would result in more wrecks, distracted driving, things like that. Not only is there a decrease in safety of all the citizens, but especially the students, the effect nutritionally eating fast food often is going to cause great nutritional health decrease among the students. When you think of habit creating, a habit is doing something over and over again until it just becomes something that naturally happens. Habit creating is definitely going to happen if we allow our students to have an open lunch. They're going to build a habit of going probably multiple times a week to grab food because it's just convenient, everyone else is doing it, they're going to do it. According to Juliana Cohen's article, the amount of time to eat lunch is associated with children's selection and consumption of school meal entry, fruits, vegetables, and milk, published by the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics. All schools were implementing the offer versus serve provision, which means that they were allowing students to select 3 out of the 5 meal components offered. Those 5 components that they were able to select were fruit, vegetable, milk, grain, meat, and a meat alternative. These meal components were available to students at all lunch periods. Now, if you think about it, our school food is offering things like vitamins, minerals, iron, calcium, things that your body needs to process, whereas fast food like McDonald's or Sonic is offering fatty, sugary, large amounts of fat and calories. And so the more you eat out and create this habit, the more your body depends on these foods to break down, which is going to result in horrible health, which is going to cause an afternoon crash. Because if you have heard of this phrase, it's where your body is not having enough energy from what you ate, so it's going to feel tired or run down. And if you're eating school food, you're going to have the energy for the rest of the day because you're getting those key components. Versus if you're eating these fast foods like McDonald's or Sonic or Subway, you're going to be getting these calories and carbs and sugars, and it's going to be a quick energy, and then it's going to wear off, which is going to result in lack of academic success from students as well. After talking about the safety and how that's affected by the open lunch, as well as comparing nutritional values of school food versus fast food, just wait until you see the cost of eating out daily. Fast food is a money drainer. Let's think about if you were going to spend $15 a day and you're only going to go out and eat 3 times a week. You're going to result in spending almost $180 in a month. Now, if you spend $20 4 times a week, that's going to be $320. Personally, I know I'm not trying to spend $320 on fast food a month when it's more convenient to stay at school, get what you need, and it's easier and simpler. According to research done by the Leslieville Road High School students in their article, What Impact Does Spending Too Much Money on Fast Food Have on Students?, published by the Mycian in 2023 states that high school students spend an estimated 24% of their money on fast food. Now, this is going to vary based on where you live, and obviously our school could be spending more than Sturgeon does because we have more fast food options. But This money could be going to a lot more beneficial things like books or saving up for college or gas money, just a lot more beneficial things. Although that some may argue that an unopened lunch limits students' freedom, I beg to differ. I don't really think it's about the freedom of the students, but more so about keeping them safe, healthy, and also helping them save money. Saying that their freedom is limited is unfair, considering all the little things that go into this big picture. Now that we know that not only is student safety decreased when given an open lunch, but the lack of nutrition that they need is also decreased, and they spend way too much money on unnecessary and unhealthy lunch, we can conclude that having students at CHS remain on campus increase their safety, their nutritional well-being, and is more cost-effective. Allowing students to have an open lunch at CHS may seem like a privilege, but it's going to cause more harm than benefit. The hurry to leave and return on time is the equivalent of the choice of expensive fast food options that lack proper nutrition. If CHS students just simply stay on campus, they're going to implement all of these things. They're going to have better safety, they're going to have better nutritional values, and they're going to save a lot more money. Limiting open lunch is not about taking away the freedom of students. It's about protecting our students, supporting healthier decisions, and strengthening the Centralia community. When safety, health, and financial responsibility are all prioritized, students don't have to worry about what they're going to eat for lunch that day, but can instead focus on their academics. This is why I think that CHS should not permit an open lunch. Now it's up to you to decide if you can agree with me. Thank you.